Mary was an Asian elephant. She was born in the wild but was captured as a young elephant and sold to a circus in the United States. Her new home became Sparks' world-famous shows, a traveling circus that visited many towns and cities in America during the early 1900s. At that time, circuses were very popular, and people loved to see animals perform tricks. Crowds gathered to watch lions jump through hoops, bears dance, and elephants do tricks for entertainment. Mary was the largest elephant in the circus. She weighed over 5 tons and stood nearly 5 meters tall. Because of her size and strength, people called her Mighty Mary. She was the circus's main attraction, and many people came just to see her. In the shows, Mary performed tricks, walked in parades, and carried people on her back. Some people said she was gentle and intelligent, but others thought she was difficult to control. In September 1916, the circus hired a new elephant trainer named Red Eldridge. He was not an experienced animal trainer. Before working in the circus, he had a job at a hotel, carrying bags for guests. He did not understand elephant behavior and did not know how to train or care for them properly. On September 12, 1916, the circus arrived in Kingsport, a small town in Tennessee. That afternoon, there was a big parade to show off the circus animals and performers. Mary walked in the parade with the other elephants. As they passed along the streets, Mary stopped to eat a piece of watermelon rind lying on the ground. Red Eldridge became angry when she stopped. He struck Mary behind her ear with a bullhook, a sharp metal tool often used to control elephants. Unfortunately, he hit a sensitive area. Elephants have thin skin behind their ears, and it is a painful place to be struck. Mary reacted quickly and violently. In pain and fear, she grabbed Eldridge with her trunk, threw him to the ground, and stepped on him. His head was crushed, and he died. News of Eldridge's death spread quickly. People in Kingsport and nearby towns were frightened and angry. The newspapers printed sensational stories, calling Mary a murderous beast and claiming that she had a history of killing people even though there was no real proof of this. Soon, large crowds gathered, shouting, "Kill the elephant!" Some people even threatened to hurt the other animals in the circus if Mary was not punished. Charlie Sparks, the owner of Sparks' world-famous shows, faced an impossible decision. Mary was the circus's most valuable performer. Some reports said she was worth $20,000, which would be more than $500,000 today. She brought in large crowds and was the star of the show. But Charlie was under enormous pressure from the angry public. People were afraid of Mary and demanded her death. Sparks worried that if he kept Mary alive, people would stop coming to the circus, or they might harm the circus workers and animals. So, he decided that Mary had to be executed. Charlie Sparks made the plan to hang Mary, which was a method sometimes used to execute criminals at that time. It was a cruel and unusual punishment for an animal, but he thought it would satisfy the angry crowds. Hanging Mary was not easy. She weighed over 5 tons, so they used a railroad crane in Erwin, Tennessee. On September 13, 1916, about 2,500 people came to watch. When the crane lifted her, the chain broke. Mary fell and was badly injured. The workers tried again with a stronger chain. This time, the crane lifted Mary all the way. After about 10 minutes, she died from the hanging. Her death was painful, slow, and public. It was a cruel end for an animal that could not understand why she was being hurt. Mary's story reminds us of the harm caused by fear and ignorance. It teaches us to respect animals as living beings, not as objects for entertainment. Her tragic death encourages us to protect animals from cruelty and to treat them with kindness and compassion.